The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. Unconditional basic income, UBI, has been a hot topic for a while now. Many individuals would reject the idea of a universal basic income right now. To this day, many hold the view that this is all just a conspiracy theory and that nothing will come of it. Everyone still believes that we can block CBD ions and terminate their effects, although the situation is exactly the same with CBDCs. Meanwhile, despite the fact that 93% of central banks are already taking action on CBDC efforts, they will not materialize. Significant changes are on the horizon, which is something we are well aware of. To welcome this new era, something monumental is on the horizon that will jolt the international monetary system. Is that a technical breakthrough unlike anything we've ever seen before? Artificial intelligence, full steam ahead, dude. Apocalyptic predictions of AI dominance have been made numerous times before. Consider all the movies set in a dismal future where machines rule the world and humans are supplanted. Plus, right now, technology is moving at a breakneck pace. What will our lives be like in 5 years from now? According to Kristalina Georgieva, Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, almost 40% of occupations would be affected by AI. She likens it to a tsunami crashing into the job market. We need to be prepared to take use of new technologies, such as AI improvements, if we want to make full use of them. At the International Monetary Fund, we have conducted research that indicates that, in the next years, artificial intelligence will be present in around 40% of occupations. We don't know what's coming, what jobs will be improved or reduced, and some employment will go away entirely as a result of this tidal effect on the labor markets. We are also aware that in order to make the most of opportunities, we must first be prepared to seize them. Our data reveals vast differences in how well certain sectors are prepared for the introduction of AI. Countries like the United Arab Emirates are well prepared, but most nations are lagging behind, particularly when it comes to infrastructure, both physical and digital, and making sure that everyone can use it. Also crucial for the future of AI and the evolution of the workforce in terms of competencies and training. We must, then, embrace this one in its whole when we consider budgetary priorities. The important thing to remember is that she is describing a brand new artificial intelligence universe that is currently under construction. Also, I believe this is the main reason why virtual reality headsets are becoming such a distraction. You should definitely look into them because of how much trouble they cause. In a word, they're transformative. Plus, it's getting us ready for the future in a way where artificial intelligence is becoming dominant. UBI is where we are. Plus, the metaverse is essentially a made-up reality in which we are trapped. Even though there is a lot of ridiculous stuff in Ready Player One, I thought you guys would enjoy it. The idea that humans are actually residing in the metaverse, or game, is actually introduced at the beginning of the video, or movie. Because the truth is that life is sad. The question is whether or not human life is meaningful. Reason being, technological progress and AI displacing human workers are causing a great deal of upheaval. Also, it's crazy because right now we're just starting out. As a side note, more than 100 nations are currently exploring the possibility of introducing digital currencies into their central banks, and the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Nigeria are among those that have already done so. This is from Kristalina Georgieva. By the way, this dates back to November. Keep in mind that CBDCs are merely a stepping stone on the road to UBI. Would I back this now? What do I think of all this? No. It is my belief, nevertheless, that everyone should be ready for this. For the simple reason that you will end up on universal basic income, UBI, if you are unprepared for what is happening. That's all there is to it. How exactly are they going to impose UBI on us now? What are they going to do to make us do all this? Okay, it won't happen immediately. There will be a delay. I think this will happen before, maybe even before, 2035. Given how quickly technology is progressing, particularly in the realm of artificial intelligence. We're still probably a few years away from it, though. Plus, I am well aware that that is a significant distance. I'm only making an educated guess here. The rate of technological advancement means it might happen much sooner than that. We must not turn back now that the International Monetary Fund has stated that digital currencies issued by central banks can replace cash. Public agencies, according to Kristalina Georgieva, who we are speaking with again, should maintain their readiness to implement digital currencies and associated payment networks in the future. We still haven't touched down. There's a ton of room for innovation, and the use cases are completely unclear. In June of 2023, according to data from the Atlantic Council, just 11 countries have implemented CBDCs. The only catch is how quickly they're moving on this. More than 100 nations are currently in the investigation phase. Given the rate at which technology is developing, it wouldn't surprise me if this all happened in the next 6 years, by 2030. But keep in mind that clinging on to bits of the future is the greatest method to get ready for this. And by that, I mean, before you adopt UBI, make sure you're investing in vital infrastructure and conducting thorough research that will distinguish you from the easily distracted public. They failed to investigate the situation because they were preoccupied. Some companies made a U-turn and started using CBDCs, like Ripple. In December, they released a white paper discussing CBDCs. Additionally, the article discussed the possible benefits of CBDCs. Particularly important are measures to increase access to financial services, simplify international money transfers, and tighten oversight of monetary policy. And as Kristalina Georgieva pointed out, this is exactly what's needed in low-income regions across the globe where financial inclusion is non-existent. This concludes the preliminary steps of promoting CBDC's UBI and this brand new monetary structure. And if you haven't been paying attention, you can probably predict the name of the next financial system. It's already in motion and on its way. However, keep in mind that Ripple also offers a solid coin platform and CDC. We have been keeping an eye on this for some time now. After all, isn't the debut of this something that could be completely coincidental? Is the fact that they are releasing a white paper a coincidence, in your opinion? Moreover, do you really believe it's a coincidence that they are in talks with more than 12 governments regarding CDC development? You won't believe what then happened. They are in talks with about 20 to 30 central banks, as far as we know. Imagine for a second how absurd that is. We are all aware that the global debt has now surpassed $225 trillion on an upward trend. See how crazy this is? It's the result of playing with fire. Well, I'm starting to wonder, is this something you can see as being sustainable? You must be insane to answer yes. When we consider debt, don't we? This myth is the foundation upon which the entire world is built. The notion that these marketplaces are made possible by debt. That is not how things function. Now is the time to welcome the fourth industrial revolution. And it's all geared around the concept of AI meta against digital systems, digital currency. Nothing is happening by accident. For the sake of introducing this new system, they would like the old one to fall. And universal basic income, UBI, digital currency will rule it all. Remembering 2017 is the key. The agenda of the New World Order read like this. In 2017, there will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better. I think we will just wind up with universal basic income. It's going to be required. Listen closely, there will be Elon Musk speaking at the World Government Summit about robots and UBI. Progressively fewer tasks that a machine cannot perform more efficiently. Mass unemployment, what can be done? A huge societal obstacle is ahead of us. And I believe that in the end, we will not have an option but to implement a universal basic income program. I believe that this program will be essential. So, in my opinion, the world over, those who are unemployed will receive their wages. In other words, machine learning is replacing human workers in every industry. There's that. Please understand that I do not wish for any of these things to come to pass. All I can say is that these are things that I believe are likely to occur. And it goes on to state that we need to decide what to do if my evaluation is right, and those things will likely happen. Equally important, in my opinion, is the need for a universal basic income program. The production of goods and services is going to reach new heights now. As a result, they will be abundant with automation. For the most part, prices will drop significantly. I believe the most important thing is that we will eventually implement universal basic income because it is going to be crucial. How can people then find meaning? That's the much tougher problem. Their work gives their lives purpose, as it does for many others. The question then becomes, what good are you if your services are not required? To you, what does it mean? Could you use some help? This is a considerably more challenging issue to resolve. Indeed, this is the very rationale behind their efforts to establish the metaverse, promote that storyline, and promote these various VR and AR technologies. Because our current reality is rapidly transitioning to automation and the replacement of humans, there are headsets that can provide a feeling of purpose in this altered environment. This is really taking place. Plus, the year is 2017. Plus, in November, we got a second look at this. Universal high income will be implemented instead of universal basic income. The fact that it is beginning to take on some new characteristics makes it all the more intriguing. They need not add any flavor to this, listen. This is clearly universal basic income, UBI. Another thing I'll cover in this video is how quickly we know this AI is working. There is no further video after that. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.